to the No Trump Undercard, Pacquiao Bradley 3, being presented to you by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated. Along with MP Promotions, La Cerveza Tecate con Carácter, the new movie. Hands of Stone, the true story of Roberto Duran, starring Edgar Ramirez, Robert De Niro, and Usher Raymond, in theaters this August. Breckenridge Distillery and our host, the MGM Grand Las Vegas, this bout. Scheduled for a distance of 10 rounds or less for the WBC Continental America Super Lightweight title. Supervisor, Craig Hubble. The three judges in charge of scoring are Eric Cheek, Robert Hoyle, and Don Trella. At the sound of the bell, the man in charge, referee Vic Draculich. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing black with white trim. He weighed in at an official 138 pounds. In the summer of 2012, he proudly represented the USA at the London Olympic Games. And now, he enters the ring an undefeated pro with 16 victories. 12 of those victories coming by way of KO. Defending his WBC Continental America Super Lightweight title from Avenal, California, Jose Ramirez. This way. Across the ring of the red corner, the challenger. He steps in wearing the camouflage trunks and weighed in at an official 137.5 pounds. In 37 bouts as a pro, he has 25 victories against 11 losses, 1 bout even. 6 of those victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, Manny Manos Perez.
They're posting this on YouTube. I know, I'm posting now on YouTube.
This is for
I'm
the
recording
WBC
right now.
Continental America Super Lightweight title. It's scheduled for 10 rounds. You receive your instructions in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you. Any punch below this area here will be called low. Any punch below this area will be called low. With that said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up now. Good luck to both of you.
On an undercard for a big fight where they're showcasing some good young prospects in against the toughest challenges of their careers so far. It's Jose Ramirez, who may be the best prospect of the bunch.
Every young fighter wants to build an image of what he does in the ring. But in the case of the 23-year-old Ramirez, you're looking at an extremely ambitious young man who is trying to simultaneously build an image as a crusader outside the ring. He comes from the California farm community of Avenal in California's Central Valley, which truly is the breadbasket of America, badly stricken by drought these past few years. And in every one of his fights, including this one, Ramirez is promoting water rights and fresh water for the farm communities of the Central California Valley, and especially for the people who work in them and who earn their livelihoods from growing food.
Keep them up.
He has had several promotions in California which are called Fight for Water. Fight for Water 1 through 5. And he's drawing crowds, Max Kellerman, up to 13,000, 14,000 people for his main events on those small cards, which is extraordinary.
Yeah, he hasn't yet really entered the national consciousness, but locally he's already a big draw, and that usually indicates that if he can win on a national level, he will be a draw there too.
It's already paying off for him. He has 11 commercial sponsors, including Discover Car and some large corporate entities. They've taken note of what he's doing for fresh water for farm communities. And of course, Roy Jones, a guy like Perez with only 6 knockouts in 37 fights, is the kind of opponent who may give you trouble with his technique, but isn't dangerous in terms of punching power.
Not dangerous at all in terms of punching power. And with that being said, you see Ramirez landing some really big shots on Perez's head early. He's landing really big body shots early, already seeming to take a toll on Perez.
Good left hook by Jose Ramirez, trained by Freddie Roach, as we've mentioned a couple of times. And because of his commitment now to being with Roach at the Wild Card Gym in Hollywood, he's spending more time in Southern California than back home in the Simi Valley, but it doesn't do anything to diminish his desire. Yeah, he landed a clean shot on Ramirez's jaw.
And that's why, as you mentioned, Jim, it's important in these step-up fights that you're matched right. You're in with a guy who's going to pressure you, land some shots, make you work, but doesn't have the power that maybe some of the top fighters have, so that when a right hand lands like that, the prospect is still standing up.
The hope being that when Ramirez fights somebody who does have the power to hurt him, he doesn't take that shot.
Hopefully he doesn't. And to be honest with you, Jim, in a pair of 8 and 10 ounce blood, sometimes it doesn't matter if you can take a shot or not. Because that right hand really seemed to bother Ramirez.
Landed much better than that.
No.
Freddie Roach deferring here to Marvin Somodio, his assistant, who must go close to the primary work in the gym with Ramirez.
Smaller than you. Okay, he likes to fight inside. Okay, be careful with the headbutt. Keep the target here, okay? Aim for his chest, right? And then a little bit more to the body, okay? Right?
We only get stronger. You understand what I'm saying?
Hit?
Now it's just time to go out there and keep that momentum in your pocket. Keep that jab
Where
in
the
your
other
pocket,
guy?
jab in the right hand, or jab in the right hand. You got it, okay? Alright, good job. Good job.
Eddie Perez, born in Hawaii, but fights out of Denver now. The trainer whom you heard speaking to him is Jacob Ramos. And now we go to round number 2. And you heard Marvin Somodio asking Ramirez to throw more body shots after getting a little bit enthusiastic about headhunting in the first round.
He got a little bit enthusiastic, Jim, because he was landing so many of those head shots so viciously clean.
I want the red one to
Sometimes
win.
that'll make you get kind of head weary like that. And Perez has to do a better job of keeping that jab of Ramirez's off of his forehead. Ramirez keeps hitting right down the forehead with the jab, and it's not a good shot to continually take all night, because eventually it'll take its toll on him as well.
Big difference in experience. Perez has more than 200 rounds as a professional boxer, and Ramirez has had fewer than 50. So this is a continuing learning experience for Ramirez.
He's doing a good job so far.
When you're that tall, at 140 pounds, 5 feet 10 inches tall, that's Terrence Crawford type height. You've got a chance to go a long way in the division if you can polish your craft.
Yes, you do. If he polishes his craft, he will go a long ways, because he's a great puncher. Well, not a great puncher, but he's a really good puncher. He has very good leg movement. Keeps a wide stance like a great puncher would do, so he can develop to be a really good puncher.
Good, quick left hook. Take the boot
Yes.
by Perez.
That's where you see that experience come through, Jim. He takes 10 or 12 good punches, and he lands one of his own.
Hard right hand for Ramirez, but Perez with the earmark defense, keeping the gloves up and blocking some of Ramirez's shots.
And being as short as Perez is, having the more experience, he would want to wear this guy down if possible, take him into the late rounds, and hopefully have the advantage or use his experience as an advantage.
Well, already in the first couple of rounds, we've seen the flaw on which Ramirez must be working as he goes along. He's gotten hit with 2 or 3 very clean shots. The left hook you saw here earlier in the round, the right hand in the first round. And as he goes forward toward better opposition, he's going to want to be able to avoid some of those shots.
Yeah, because you couldn't give a good puncher shots like that this early in the fight. When you give a big puncher a shot, a clean shot, that clean of a shot this early in the fight, it could mean that the fight is over.
Right, you might not be able to count by the 6th round.
Exactly.
And Perez, as you can see, has a slight edge over Ramirez in the number of punches landed so far, counted by CompuBox. Ramirez's pace has definitely slowed since Perez landed that right hand toward the end of round number 1.
And Perez doesn't have a lot of knockouts, but he's throwing some pretty powerful punches here, Jim. Those body shots are vicious.
Alvarez versus Amir Khan is coming soon, and we have some shows to get you ready. Next week, April 16, Canelo and Khan face off, hosted by our Max Kellerman. 1 week later, 24/7 begins a 2-part series going behind the scenes with both fighters and their camps, and it all leads up to May 7th, when Canelo Alvarez defends the lineal middleweight championship of the world against Amir Khan, only on HBO pay-per-view.
He's falling over the top of you all night. Work that body when he does and stay in his chest. Okay? He's only looking for space. Okay? He's giving you
It's
his
only
best.
this much?
You've seen it all already, Tete. You're only getting stronger. Now, both hands we got body. Let's get that foot on the gas. Foot on the gas. Both hands. We got a great fight going. Great fight going.
It has indeed been a heck of a fight through the first couple of rounds between Jose Ramirez and Manny Perez. Let's see if Ramirez, the former Olympian and rising prospect, can put a little distance between himself and Perez here in round number 3. Bout is scheduled for 10 rounds.
This has been going
Perez
on
doing
for
a good job
11
here, Jim, of
minutes.
closing the distance because he's the shorter guy. So he has to close that distance so that those shorter arms can go to work. Like that right there.
One danger when you're fighting an experienced, crafty opponent, as Ramirez is in this case, is that you get into a little lull, and the crafty fighter realizes he's got a chance to out-hustle you. And that was sort of what Jacob Ramos was saying to Manny Perez between rounds. Hey, this is a heck of a fight. You're landing just as he is. Keep building the tempo.
He's feeling good now, Jim. He's dropping that left hand a little bit, like he's showing a sign of confidence. When a guy starts to show that confidentiality in his fighting, then you start to worry about the other guy. How will he react to this?
How many are there?
Ramirez trying to deliver on those leg hooks to the body.
Here?
That
On
might
this
change
neck?
the fight, and it's Perez who lands a body shot himself.
There was a very bad headbutt right there, too, but it doesn't seem to... Yes, it does. Yes, he yielded a cut.
That's right. There's a bloody spot now on the nose of Perez.
And on the eye.
And on the outside of the right eye.
Oh, it's a good shot.
Quick right hand inside by Ramirez.
Look at Tigger.
Good right hand by Ramirez.
In the middle of a 3-punch combination. Body shot and a left hook by Manny Perez.
Perez is throwing some really good shots here, Jim. Oh, good right hand by Ramirez. Good answer.
Once again, digging left hooks to the body. Trying to wear Perez down is Jose Ramirez.
Very smart move by Ramirez because Perez is doing a good job of going to his body.
We talked about getting out-hustled. You see the CompuBox number at the bottom of the screen. Perez landing 20 power punches so far in this round to 15 for Ramirez. So in round 1, Jose Ramirez kind of let Perez out of the bottle a little bit with that big right hand toward the end, and he hasn't been able to stuff him back into it just that moment.
No, he hasn't.
This is number 3, right?
Meanwhile, a little while ago, Manny Pacquiao arriving at the arena at the MGM Grand.
Where's Manny
Very,
Pacquiao?
very familiar territory for Pacquiao, who has fought here on what you might want to call countless occasions. I'll call it countless because I haven't counted them up. Ray Roach was already in the building with Jose Ramirez, and therefore was not in the entourage as Manny walked in. And now you can see that the picture of Pacquiao walking into the arena is on the giant monitor above the ring here in the MGM Grand Garden.
He see the guys come together. Perez come in, get caught by uppercut, then land a vicious headbutt that actually yielded a cut on his head and not on the head of Ramirez.
Round 4 begins. Jose Ramirez in the black trunks.
So there's 4 rounds of
Variety of
five.
commercial